Hello everybody, this is Simon with the third episode of Let's Play Donkey Kong Land. We're starting off with another ship level this time, and it's a rarity for this game, in that it's pretty damn bad. On paper it's okay-ish, albeit far too long, but it's here where the system's limitations really bite it in the ass, and they obviously didn't take them into account in many places. First, long overdue showing off the armadillos. So, the main gimmick of the level, well, if you can call it a gimmick, the main set piece immediately presents itself, and this is ropes. Ropes just don't work that well in this game. I mean, I want to drop down there, but I immediately held onto it, and hey, I want to get that coin. And it's kind of out of reach, but whoopsie daisy. So what did I do? I missed the checkpoint. I have to replay the whole very long first part? No! Because I've got a nice little shortcut here. There's also a hidden barrel at the start of the fourth level, the last ship level, which I didn't get because I didn't know of it at the time. If you want to play the game for yourself, go check it out. So, anyway, that was really close, and it's a problem prevalent in this level. This is one of the very many problems that present themselves, and this one here is another one. As you see, the camera doesn't really scroll down all that much, and if you fuck up the jump from one crocodile to the next, you will die. Because the camera doesn't scroll enough, and this bee is a dick, because if you jump from one enemy to the next, like fluidly, like you expect from the game, that you will land on it, and you cannot ever see it because the screen is so small. It's a dick move. Just doesn't have to be that way, really. And that's not the last one the level will throw at us. First, more ropes on ropes, haha. And they're also really prevalent in this level, and it's really not fun dealing with them, because you always have to wait for them to go by. This is not what I think is good level scaling, you know, this whole fluidity thing that I'm always going on about. And generally the visibility of stuff here with the camera and going up and down constantly, it's just not up to par. It's too slow for what you do, and sometimes you can't keep up and you will just die. And that's not fun. And this was the second checkpoint of the level, and I'm going to spoil it right now. There's going to be a third. This is a really long level, and this is a real big snake. Because you want to get that N, but if you go straight for it, you will always get the drop on you. And, well, how can you see it coming? You have to know that. That's not cool at all. And here, don't go down, because the camera is too slow to show you, but there is a pit right underneath the ropes the first time. And that's also not fun. As said, this level took me quite a while to complete the first time around, just because it's such a sudden difficulty spike combined with the many problems it have. Like here, you can't go on fast, you have to wait for this bee. And, quick bonus, if the bee hits you, then the game will have issues with teleporting your partner in, and 50% of the time you will just die outright, even though you have a spare guy. It's also not very fun, as you can imagine. There's jumps here too. You have to wait for them to go by, then climb down, because if you bonk your head, you will also just die immediately. Then you have to redo a somewhat lengthy section of level again, and it gets tedious, and this is going on far too long. Whoopsie daisy, I'm just getting a bit annoyed. It's just, I'm used to more from the game, really. And this, I think, qualifies as a secret. So why is there a checkpoint up there? We needed that checkpoint somewhere in plain view, because we just had a grueling rope section behind us. I mean, dying at this part here is not that probable, because it's not that hard and it's right before the goal, but throw us a fucking bone. Level was hard enough already. Yeah. For example, this jump here is a giant dick. Those two ropes here are really not synced up well, and you can also desync them if you, whoopsie daisy, as said, really hard jump. If you come too early and activate one of them before the other one. I'm really cautious about dropping down here, but it's just the last part and we're finally done with the level. But yeah, generally, the difficulty of this game is less like a smooth progression and more like a sine wave. And I really think that if quite a few people get stumped at some levels and then discover, if they finally beat them, that the next like 4 levels are piss easy. And it's kind of strange. Like this one here, apart from a very dickish part at the very start of the stage, because you want to trust the bananas, you always do. But then you cannot play Spot the Bonus. Did you spot the bonus? Well, if you didn't, I can't begrudge you. This took me quite a while to find the first time around. It was more or less just going by, it's not in the last part of the stage, I've scored everything, maybe it's here. And then I just randomly dropped down somewhere, and yeah, the bonus itself is also pretty hard to complete. Not that you needed it, because you only get coins for it, and just going in is already activation enough. I'll try something here, but you're going to see it later on. But for now, just follow our trusty steel barrel as it murders enemies. This stage is kind of a hodgepodge of different things, and I think it would qualify as filler, but it's pretty fun in its own right, so don't mind it at all. I mean, for some reason they have 9 levels in the first world and 7 in every other world, so this didn't really need to be, and the last one definitely didn't need to be that long. But still, I'll take it because it is fun to play, and that is all I ask of the game, no? So, if you don't do this jump here, you can always get it from the rope, so you've got 2 chances to get this hidden cache of bananas, because why not? Everyone loves bananas after all. And the second secret is very nicely hidden here. So, having fun yet? I'm going to do this for a few seconds, but yeah. Nice spot for farming lives, of course, because those minigames here just give you a shit ton of lives. You should never run out of lives in this game, especially with the abundance of coins. You can just do a few bonus levels, very quick and very easy ones in the first worlds, and you're pretty much set. And this is what I wanted to do. Whee! It's absolutely pointless, and I have no idea how this guy got killed, but anyway, you can use the croc if you didn't, kill him with the barrel to get up there. There is nothing there. It's just, you have to use the barrel, but it is not destructible, so there is absolutely no way to fuck yourself over. And some pro shit again. Yeah. So, again, this level didn't really need this rope at the end. It is kind of stitched together, as said, from other level types and older gimmicks, but it goes quickly by, easily, and it's really a very, very big contrast to the last level, as clearly could be seen by the complete ease and the shortness of it, so don't really know what's up with level 7. So this level here might uncomfortably remind some people of a certain other level in Donkey Kong Country where you were in the Arctic and were blasting with barrels. But first a little secret, and this here is the perfect spot for cashing in, because, well, it is very, very easy to access, very early in the level, and you can just rack up lives like nobody's business for your coins here. And anyway, so far the snow levels were pretty nice to us, albeit they were slippery, and it didn't really affect us all that much. So what about this one here? Spoilers, it's also very good. But hey, I think I want to have that other DK barrel here. I mean, maybe whoops! What is that? Oh well, that is the goal of the level. Congratulations, you just beat it. It's just a secondary goal. This is more or less like a warp barrel in the SNES games, but it's the only level that has one as far as I know. So, I don't really know what the fuck, but it's there. I just dropped down there by accident trying to kill myself. Well, whatever. So, as just shown, the beginning of the level is absurdly smooth progressing if you know what you're doing, and, well, just hold right. And the jump button. As this game loves to do, and I love it for it. This here you kind of have to hold right, otherwise the guy will bite you. But, well, you just always want to do this anyway when you come out of barrels in this level. So, notice something? Spot the secret time again. K-O-N-G. And the N is in the middle of the N. What a nice touch. This game is so great with details. And on top of an enemy again. Love it. So the stakes are higher this time, but really there is no snowstorm going on to block your vision, and as said before, those barrels here are kind of tame in comparison, though this tire scares the crap out of me. And even sections like this one here, I mean, the bee is so far out of the way. Singer. Really shouldn't keep calling them bees, but it's so ingrained in my head. And well, that was the level. Pretty nice and easy for all the trauma its bigger cousin caused on the SNES, no? And that was all the levels in World 1. I already got 1/3 of the game got. That's mostly because the second world doesn't really have many bonus levels. We're going to see this after we beat this boss here. And in comparison to the first game, original Donkey Kong Country, the bosses in this game are actually kind of good. Remember that giant rodent that didn't do much but walked from left to right? Well, this flying stingray here has quite a few more tricks up his sleeve. Well, that is, he just flies around, but he also gets faster and faster with each hit, and it's not hard or anything, but it's moderately tough. Whoops. And it's an interesting fight, definitely. Much more interesting than just, as said, waiting for a rodent to walk from side to side. You can also stand on those here, but it doesn't really help you anything. The last few jumps are actually kind of tricky. Got a better recording, but whatever. I mislay that. And we're done with the first world. We get dumped unceremoniously in the second one, and we can always go back without a problem. Going to explore it next video. For now, this was Simon with Let's Play Donkey Kong Land, and thank you very much for your attention.